There's a muddy puddle right in front of the door. I'm not getting muddy water. Why would I get muddy water? That might be the only option, but why would I get muddy water? I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that would go very well. A warm, sunny place. Locked. Blood. I was wondering whether we were gonna pick that up. What do we need the blood for, though? Oh, he left his rake. That's what I'm missing. I got all distracted by the water and forgot that the one dumbass left his rake. I dragged him here in the cart with great effort. Can you help him? I am Dr. Oswald Keller, and this is Sister Agatha. What happened? My name's Manfred. I'm a miller. Otto here works for me at the mill. As usual, the adults drunk too much small beer, and there's not much light in the mill. I yell out, Otto, watch out, and he has already fallen down the stairs. Will he be alright? I think I can help your man. God rest your soul. I'm going down to the crafter's alley. I have to deliver some flour. Please send for me if Otto's condition worsens. I need to know if I have to start looking for a replacement. I'll be back this evening. Maybe I can take the good-for-nothing back with me then. Okay, bye. Yep, that's bashing your head. The frontal bone is smashed in and the bone is dented. The wound must be cleaned and the bone splinters removed. Okay. We're gonna pull away from that. Isn't the wine used for cleaning? Did Dr. Huber know anything about skull fracture? He certainly did. He was a masterful surgeon, unsurpassed in the treatment of broken bones and injuries of all kinds. You wouldn't believe how many heads he had to patch up. For such cases, he always carried a silver gilder in his pocket. He used it to close the hole in the skull. I have a patient in the hospital with a head injury, but I don't have a coin. Could you give me one? Dr. Keller, such expenses are borne by the family. Even Dr. Huber always recovered his gilder from the patient's relatives after the surgery. Was nothing deposited with the hospital. That just entered a new X factor into things. Can I go ask the guy for... Nope. I should talk to Sister Agatha. I need something to clean the wound. She hasn't been any help so far, so I just assumed that she wouldn't be. We keep clean cloth... Blah, 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 blah. We keep clean cloths up there in the cabinet. Okay. I need a silver coin for the surgery. You know where I can get one. The silver will protect the wound from inflammation. That's his only chance for survival. A whole gilder. We care for the poor and destitute, but we have no riches to give away. Usually the family pays for expenses of this kind. Didn't the miller leave any money? Well, I don't think he knew that a silver coin would be needed for surgery. He was going to Crafter's Alley, wasn't he? Maybe you'll catch him there. I'm about to leave. You're right, I'd better go right now. Please keep an eye on Otto. I should be right back. Don't worry, I'll look after him. There's the miller. Good thing I found you. Shh, listen to the priest. God sees everything we do, hears everything we say, and knows everything we think. To those who are not free from sin and live a sacrilegious life, great suffering will come. Because no misdeed is without consequence, no offense goes unpunished, in the eternal hereafter as well as in this world. The demon of the plague The demon of the plague attacks the impious. He takes possession of sinners and turns their blackness inside out. So be warned that only in indulgence can protect you and give you hope for God's grace. Waste no time. Buy an indulgence letter from the Roman Catholic Church. Only 1 silver guilder. Not now, I'm trying to listen to the priest, but it's important to your man Otto. Otto, how is he? Otto is doing well considering the circumstances. I can perform the surgery, but I need a piece of silver to close the hole in his skull. Do you have a silver coin? Well, I have exactly 1 guilder. Yeah, I figured this was gonna be it. But did you hear the sermon? What the priest says about the plague demon? I'm using this guilder to buy an indulgence, so the Lord will have mercy on me. I need that silver piece from you. Give me one good reason why I should give you the guilder. Otto will die. Or... I feel like Otto is your servant and you are responsible for him. Although he was already talking about a replacement. Yeah, Otto will die. We all have to die. The plague has already taken so many. 1 lazy servant more or less doesn't matter. But you're responsible for him. I'm well aware of that. I've always given him plenty to eat. I've treated him well. But falling down the stairs drunk as a skunk, that's his own fault. I even brought the stupid donkey in the cart to your hospital. And you heard the priest. Surely Otto brought this misfortune on himself with his wickedness. Do something good and save a man's life. In times like these, it's every man for himself. I think it's better to use this coin to buy an indulgence letter instead of throwing it away on my useless servant. How can I convince you? You heard the priest. God's grace protects us from the demon of pestilence. So I'm buying an indulgence, and I don't think anything could change my mind. They are spellbound listening to the priest. So then what was the point of this? I mean, the point of it was to see the priest, I'm sure. A merchant. Her attitude is rather relaxed. I can talk to her? Greetings, sir. What would you like? What kind of goods do you sell? The best spices this side of the River Elba. You say this side of the River Elba. Why? I come from Wittenberg. That's on the other side of the Elba. And that's where my husband sells. Which spices can you recommend? Savory, basil, sage, cumin, and salt. The salt is cheap right now, only 2 kretzer a pound. You should be able to afford that easily. Do you have any pepper? I don't know why we need pepper, but sure. Unfortunately not. I wish we could sell pepper too, but it's very expensive and we don't have many good contracts in the South. Too bad. What do you think of the sermon? What do you think of the priest's sermon? You are asking my opinion? I'm flattered. I don't believe a word of it. Well, you might not think it of me, but I'm not entirely unfamiliar with theological matters. My husband regularly debates theology with one of our most loyal customers. His name is Martin Luther. The Reverend Luther studies the field of divine forgiveness, particularly the sale of indulgences. My husband says that these matters are beyond my comprehension as a woman, but I love listening to what Father Luther has to say. Tell me more about Martin Luther. He is a theology professor at Wittenberg University, and he preaches at the city church. The salvation of his congregation is very close to his heart. Why is Reverend Luther concerned with the sale of indulgences? He complains that many people from Wittenberg no longer come to him for confession. Instead, they travel to neighboring towns like Göteborg or Zerbst to buy indulgences. What is his point of view? Oh, I can tell you that. The idea that the purchase of indulgences should replace confession is completely contrary to his beliefs. He believes that salvation cannot be bought. Everyone must humbly entrust themselves to the grace of God throughout their lives. Only recently he wrote 95 theses on this subject. Thank you very much for this interesting conversation. Will that just take me back? You seem to have an interest in modern theology as well. Oh wait, I have a pamphlet here. Please take it. Thank you. Pamphlet containing his theses. Hey, you want a different theology, dude? You again. If I can't convince you to use the silver piece to save the life of your servant, maybe the priest and scholar Martin Luther can. I have here a copy of his theses. Please listen to what he writes about the sale of indulgences. Pardoners are wrong when they say that every punishment is remitted. They are mistaken. What else does he write? No one can achieve forgiveness with certainty through indulgences. The weaker the faith in God, the greater the fear in death. Where indulgences are now a net used, I don't think he's going to care. No one can achieve forgiveness with certainty through indulgence. Can't they? But I thought that was the whole point. Martin Luther continues further. Why should a godless person be forgiven of their sins in exchange for money? Whoever does not help a person in need, but instead buys indulgences, incurs the wrath of God. That seems particularly pertinent. Indulgences cannot forgive grave sins, nor can they forgive minor sins. See, he's not concerned about sins, he's concerned about protection from the plague. I think this one. Whoever does not help a needy person incurs the wrath of God. Good Lord, here, take the guilder. I will deduct it from Otto's wages. Now I really should deliver my flour. You haven't even done your job, dude. You're complaining about your servant being drunk, but you haven't delivered your flour. Well then, I'll come by the hospital in the evening. I very much hope that my alms weren't in vain. Your servant will thank you for it. What do I see there? Hey, you there. Did you just stop a believer from buying a holy indulgence? It was his own decision. His own decision? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I didn't notice how you talked him down? I only spoke to him about Martin Luther's thesis. Luther? That heretic. Now everything is clear to me. Sacrilege sin. I'm leaving now. I have a patient to care for. And I also need those from in there. Gonna pat this up. Oh, it would stick to the wound. Sorry, I need to dump it in the water first. Now it's wet. No, pat, pat, pat. I use the cloth to wipe away the blood. The wound... I hope the wound won't get infected. Silver coin? Do I need vinegar? Is this where I need vinegar? Oh, there are many bone splinters visible. They can injure the brain, so I must remove them carefully. And drill. No. Knife? I can't work on the bone with the knife. Okay, so I am missing something still.
Many minutes later.
Those are tweezers, apparently. The hole in the bone is jagged and irregular. It can't be closed like this. Knife it. Nope. I'm going to drill a circular hole now. It's going to hurt. Done. And now we put the coin in. I use the coin to close the hole in the bone. The silver will aid healing and prevent inflammation. Done. Now it has to heal. Well, that's done. Will he pull through? That remains to be seen. He's passed out from the pain, but he's still breathing. That's the most important thing. I'll say a prayer for him. Oh look, Erna is already much better. Okay, let's go see Erna. How is your pain, Erna? Thank you, it's gotten much better. Without your help, the pain would have driven me mad. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. Nevertheless, do you enough care about what happens to a widow, a childless one at that? If she wants to talk, let's encourage her to talk. Please tell me about yourself. If they hadn't taken me in at the hospital, I surely would be dead by now. I was married at a young age, so I wouldn't be a burden to my family. My husband was not good to me. I couldn't give him children. When he died of dysentery, I thought my life was getting better, but I was wrong. Midwives like me are quick to be accused of witchcraft. Also accurate. If I hadn't come down with the plague, I probably would have faced trial as a witch by now. I'm very sorry to hear about that. You're a midwife? Yes. The fate has played a cruel trick on me, hasn't it? My mother was a midwife too. She taught me everything about childbirth. She also passed on her knowledge of medicinal herbs and their effects. Get some rest. The leeches will fall off on their own once they've fed. There. There's a rat. The bastard got away, but not for long. In the long run, only vinegar works to keep the beasts away. You say that vinegar keeps the rats away? Yes, that's right. Every day, my father would sprinkle vinegar in the corners of our butcher shop to keep the critters away. We didn't have rats there for years. Lately, we haven't been able to get more of the wine we use to make vinegar. It didn't take long for the shop to be swarmed with rats again. When we fell ill with the plague. Now only I am left. But the plague will not take me. I have vowed to reopen the butcher shop when I am well again. What were you saying about rats and vinegar? We had that conversation. How did you make the vinegar? It's not difficult. Pour some wine into a bowl and add a little vinegar essence. Then all you have to do is leave the mixture somewhere warm to ferment, so there's the window. My father used to put it on a bench in the sun. It fermented there quite quickly there. What did your father use to sprinkle the vinegar? He always used his marinating brush. I'll do something about the rats. So now I just need like a bowl or something. Or I need that. Nothing. He can't talk to me. No, the upstairs is for religious sisters only. I can't get the holy water brush that way. But I can't open the window from outside.
Much later.
This does not seem sanitary at all. I filled the jar with wine. And now we need vinegar. Added some vinegar. Now I should put the mixture out to ferment. I should give it some time, so we'll walk away for a little bit. Yes, we have no clue what it is, and instead of asking the sisters who care for the convent, we're gonna take it and ask the midwife. Like, not knocking her. Maybe you can help me. Do you know what this herb is? Yes, I know this herb quite well. It's Ruppent herb. It's also called stinking cranesbill because of its terrible smell. The herb helps women with painful menses, as well as scaly skin and diarrhea. It can also be used as an incense if you can stand the smell. Thank you. Let's be logical and set the strange herb on fire. Oh, so now the window's open because it smells stinky. And now I can climb in the window. The holy water brush, I have it. Is it ready yet? The vinegar is ready. It is already late in the afternoon. I still have to take care of little Sven's family. I think I have everything I need now. If the sisters have no further tasks for me, I should be on my way. Oh wait, I have to do the vinegar in the hospital. And then I can go do it for Sven's family. And Sister Agatha totally won't notice. I think I have everything to help the Basket Weaver's family. If the sisters I guess I'm not allowed to actually do it for the hospital. Is there anything else that needs to be done? No, I don't think so. It looks like all the patients have been taken care of. I still have to see the family I visited this morning. It's quite late and I promised them I'd be back before evening. Go ahead, you've done good work today. The pungent smell of vinegar has driven the rats away. The vinegar is soaking into the garbage. The rats will have to abandon their nest. Knock knock. You're back. Yes, I had a lot to do at the hospital. How is little Sven? Has his condition worsened any? No. Can you help us? I drove the rats away. I used vinegar to drive the rats out of their nest in front of your house. The critters shouldn't come back for a while. You can open up the window and let some fresh air in. Fresh air will help Sven's recovery. Thank you. We were about to suffocate in here. I also brought you some vinegar. Rub yourselves with this vinegar. The vinegar will keep the fleas from biting you. The fleas will be repelled by the smell of vinegar just like the rats. We shall do so. The sisters will bring you food from the convent. I will have to report this case of the plague. In accordance with the mayor's order, your door will be barricaded. What? But no. Please, don't be afraid. I spoke with the sisters of the convent. Twice a week, a sister will bring a basket of food and leave it outside your window. Thank God. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and get well soon. I hope you make it. What is going on here? Not only does he prevent believers from buying indulgences, now he is also desecrating religious implements. Yeah, that one's fair. Guards. What is going on here? This man is abusing sacred instruments of the church. I did no such thing. Oh no. Then what's that holy water brush doing in your hands? I scared the rats away. I used the holy water brush to splash vinegar on the rats and drive them away. While reciting spells, this is witchcraft. No, nothing like that. The vinegar drives the rats away, and especially during the plague, vinegar. Do you think you can cure the plague with vinegar? No, but I can use it to alleviate this family's suffering. And I think there is a connection between the plague, the rats, and God sends the plague. God can cure it. You, Mr. Keller, are just a charlatan, a warlock. There will be consequences. Indeed. I will report this incident to the mayor immediately. We're in trouble. After this incident, I'm sure my theory will have no audience here. Please verify my hypothesis. I admit it sounds bold, but if I am right, this could be the turning point. You are highly respected, and your authority will surely convince the other people. Yours sincerely, your student Oswald Keller. That's where he lives. We're getting arrested, I think. No, if the city guards spread out to search the streets, they'll find me there. I must hide. Okay, so we are hiding amongst the bodies. So let's look outside. Do you get some soot? You get some soot. Yeah. It's a little suspicious that we're sitting up like that, I'm just gonna say.